How the hell is everybody doing this fine day? So today, as you just saw, we are going to be talking about how Anna O'Brien's fake strongman is exposed. Um, I know that she talked about getting a strongman coach, and she did find one. She found one to make sure that people were going to garner sympathy because I don't understand what's going on with her, but I can tell you this right now. She should not compete in strongman. Not if she has had even a fraction of the problems in her life that she has claimed. And we're going to go over this. We're going to do like watch her video, and then I'm going to break it down while watching the video, and then I'm going to explain afterwards literally why she should not be training this way if this is in fact her seriously training this way. And I got to be real. I'm sorry you only got her coach is an amputee. I'm sorry for you, dude. I respect you, but you shouldn't be coaching this woman. You are not fucking qualified to coach this woman. Nobody's qualified to coach this woman because this woman shouldn't be doing the type of training you're going to fucking put her through. I mean, I hope you see this. I hope you understand because she is the type of hoe that will sue you. And I mean, hoe like that hoe for money because she's definitely not getting laid. Because not everybody walks around with a gas mask. But I can tell you, dude, you should not be coaching this woman at all. Like, she should not be doing these activities at all. This woman is claimed to have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which means she has hyperflexibility in her joints. I'm about to show you a video that if she actually had that syndrome, if she had the syndrome she claimed, if she had any of this, multiple of the syndromes that she claimed, she shouldn't be doing this particular type of training. And I'm also going to say that in reality, she's not strong at this. Like her weight class, she would be in the unlimited weight class. Women half her size would absolutely fucking destroy her. I personally coach a strong woman. She is in national strong woman competitions. I'm not going to give you her name, but she has me coach. She has a coach for the strongman stuff, but she also has a coach in me to make sure she doesn't binge eat, right? And I can tell you her numbers. And if you're out there, what's up? But her numbers destroy Anna's, and she's 180 pounds, 178 pounds, I believe was the last weigh. So her numbers at 178, I think she competes at the 182 class. Her numbers destroy Anna's. And I mean, destroy them. And Anna would literally be 4 weight classes up in the unlimited. And there are other 400-pound women, 500-pound women who have been training at this a long time, who still should lose fucking weight, but are much stronger than Anna. Much. Like, for her to be even saying, I'm a strongman now, like, it's just an insult to the entire strongman community. I hope everybody understands that. And she's an insult to basic humanity, so, because she's eating herself to not look like one. But this is the video in question. And yes, I'm a little spicy today, so everybody fucking get ready. So this is the video in question. This is Anna O'Brien. Frankly, with poor form already. But let's see what she's doing.
Run, little girl, run.
I'm going to pause it because it will copyright strike me. So I'm not pausing, but I'm going to silence it. So here we go. Horrible. She's not even centered. Like, she's not even centered. That's why it's listing to one side. And listing for the Alexander Rodriguez fans in the audience. Listing means leaning. So she's listing to one side. I thought I'd break it down. Like, I know 5-letter words are hard. But she's already leaning to one side. Very bad. Very, very, very bad for somebody of her size, yet alone for somebody that claims to have bad knees, bad this, bad that, bad everything, inflammation, autoimmune, blah, 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 blah. Watch her knees right here. Look at that. Look at that full straight leg, right? Like, fully extending. Watch this little walking segment here and watch how she almost hyperextends her leg every single time. If she had EDS, this would have destroyed her knees. She's under load all the time because huge load. But she's under load and she's decided to pick up another maybe quarter of her fucking body weight, which, by the way, she's thinking this is training. This is much less weight than my wife uses. And my wife is a fifth of her. My wife is about 110 pounds. And she does more than this. So here we go. But watch, see the leg extensions on each of them? Boom. But that last one was especially fucking savage. That one. If she has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, that would likely have destroyed her fucking knee. Like, she's just that much of a liar, right? This would be the equivalent of my wife lifting 2 cans of peas above her head. Just putting that out there. Like in weight ratio, this would be my wife lifting 2 cans of peas. The big cans, but still just 2 cans of peas up above her head. So strong, Anna. So strong. And one more time, by the way. Legs completely locked out. Very unfucking healthy. Not what you want to do. Whenever you are under load, like if you're squatting or something like that, you never want to fully extend your leg. You never want it to lock your knees out, because if you lock your knees out and the weight shifts forward a little bit, pop. You know? So you know what? And I'm not joking. I've seen it fucking happen, and it is ugly. So I mean, and she's not. Here's the thing: Anna's not going to be having any, like weight of substance on her back or anything like that. She's definitely not going to be lifting anything of substance over her head, because her upper body strength is newbie, literally newbie, like 110-pound woman newbie. That's her upper body strength. So her trying to say I'm going to be a strongman, she is motherfucking decades away of training from being a strongman. And she never will be anyway, because 1, she's not going to live decades. She's fucking not. And 2, even then, she will not train hard enough to become a strong person. She's just not. Like, everybody saw her lift 400 pounds from basically what would be a pin lift, because it was on the hex bar, which is higher than a deadlift. And one more time, that's under her body weight. Like, that's like my wife lifting 85 pounds off the ground with a hex bar. She does more than that when we carry in the pet food. So it's just fucking crazy. Leaning all the way to one side. And to her coach, I forget your name, dude, because you're not that important. But if you had this woman who has told you, and if you didn't know, if she didn't run through the laundry list of shit she claims to have wrong with her, and you didn't ask, frankly, you're fucking incompetent. And if she did run through the laundry list of things that she claims to have wrong with her, and you told her to do this, you're incompetent. Again, bro, this is not good. She is untrained. You have her walking, leaning to the side. Her I guess that would be her left knee. Her left knee is in serious fucking danger, right? Every single fucking step. And again, it's not that much danger, I guess, if I'm looking at it, because very frankly, that's not that much weight. And one more time, watch her walking in a way that if she actually had EDS, would destroy her knees. Look at that. Look at the full extension. Did you guys see that last one? I wish I could slow this shit the fuck down. Can I slow this shit the fuck down? Full screen, unmute, blah, 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 remove from stage, full screen. No, I wish I fucking could, because this is insane. Watch the knees completely straighten as she's walking with this. Very bad. And this would be like my wife lifting up one of our dogs and putting it up over this thing at most. Like, this is like 30 or 40 fucking pounds. Like, she wants to make you think it's an Atlas stone, but it's like a fucking, watch when it lands, it's like a 25-pound beanbag. So here's reality, right? First of all, she's a huge fucking liar. Like, huge, enormous fucking liar. She's not actually doing strongman. Now, I'm happy to see her in the gym. For those of you who are going to be like, well, she's trying. She's not actually trying. I can guarantee your ass this. When that camera is shut off, she's not doing shit. She is doing the shit on camera, and that's the shit she's doing. I don't see any serious fucking training. This woman has claimed to be physically training for like 2 fucking years. And every time she actually does something that would require physical prowess of any kind, she fails at it miserably, because she's almost completely unconditioned. Being able to lift the weight off the ground, I would expect to be able to lift the weight off the ground, because frankly, she's a fucking enormous woman. That's the only thing she's gonna be able to pull stuff off the ground, because very frankly, she's fat as fuck. So that is reality. Now, if we get to the other things, if you have an autoimmune disorder, high intensity weightlifting at serious load, likely not to be your fucking thing. If you have an autoimmune disorder, especially if you have inflammatory issues, like she always talks about her inflammation. So let me break this down for the people that don't understand, right? If you wait, I just saw a comment. It cut me ADHD. There's a video of her doing a 500-pound leg press. I'd like to hear your analysis of her press. It's newbie weight for a woman that size. Again, that's like my wife doing the sled. My wife, by the way, my wife does hundreds of pounds on it. So my analysis is she's fat as fuck, and it's still likely under her fucking weight. That's my analysis. And for all we know, she's lying about it anyway. And I mean it, because she's a liar. You know? Back to what I was saying before. This woman talks about inflammation at all fucking times, right? So, like, she's got inflammation problems. When you work out, like the soreness you feel the next day. Like, I was talking to a client earlier today, as a matter of fact, which, by the way, let me share the link for our coaching. We are running some final coaching specials. It is going to be gluttony season. You're going to want to take us up on this offer. You're going to want to. But yeah, here we go. My sister did 900 pounds. I regularly used to do like 1,500 pounds, 1,400 pounds, you know, a leg press. And there's videos of me on it on all my socials. So. And that was weighing much less than Anna again. Like, that's the thing. Weight is relative when you are doing this type of stuff, right? Very, very relative. But back to the inflammation thing one more goddamn time. Like, say you lift really heavy one day and you're very sore the next day. That's inflammation. So if you already have inflammatory disorders, high intensity training is not really your fucking thing. If you have serious inflammation disorders, high intensity weightlifting should not be on the menu for you, because it is going to cause very serious inflammation for you if you already have inflammatory disorders, which she claims to have. This would, by the way, the type of exercise and stuff she's doing would massively exacerbate lymphedema, massively exacerbate osteoarthritis, so many things, like so many things that would cause it to be completely ridiculous to think that she should be training strongman. There's the EDS, the inflammatory disorder, the multiple other fucking things. So while I'm happy to see her working out, because fucking Lord knows she needs to work the fuck out, she's not actually working out. I don't actually see her doing this to try to get stronger. I see her doing this for content, which is what most of these fat bitches do. And yes, I just call her bitch because she's being deceptive to her audience. And if you don't like that, it's not because she's a woman. It's just because she's a bitch. Get it? I call men bitches just as much as I call women bitches. Bitch is a term for somebody that lies, cheats, steals, and is fucking weak. She's a bitch. So, my understanding about this woman is that we've got about another 2 or 3 week cycle of this, and then she's going to do something like become a hand glide instructor, or she's going to go skydiving, and she's going to find a special fucking plane and parachute that will do it. The parachute's going to open up and block out the sun on the eastern hemisphere, so she doesn't fucking crash land to the ground. Facts. Salvador, how the fuck you been, man? Compound lifts as a whole will cause way more inflammation due to multiple muscle groups being taxed. Exactly. Thank you very much. Another reaction channel thinks that she is training to have an excuse to binge afterwards. Well, she did say that, and I don't know about binging, which is it's very likely, but the thing about it is she's already talked about, like, I need to continue my body to get stronger, so I'm going to up my protein. Like, you shouldn't be upping shit. It's her way of taking focus off of the thing that we all know from visual observation she needs to do, which is lose fucking weight. Like, absolutely lose fucking weight. So she's not going to do that. This is going to cause her to actually gain some weight, if you ask me. If she continues this for any extended period of time, which, again, I don't actually think is going to happen. It's a possibility, but my bet is more on in another 2 or 3 weeks, she's going to be moving on to the next thing that she's going to be good at, you know, or not really good for a fat person, because that's what Anna shoots for. Anna does ordinary fucking shit that people a quarter of her fucking size can do, and then goes, ta-da, look, I did it. I actually walked a mile. Ta-da! I'm so impressed with myself, and I'm so happy, and I feel so accomplished because I walked a whole fucking mile. Whoop, what's this? Alan, you should have been a lawyer. You are such an excellent constructive debater. Thank you very much. I don't know about being a lawyer because I'd probably get arrested for doing something horrible in court. But I do like debate, and I'm not easy. I debate about the shit I know about, so therefore I am not good at it, right? No, I'm not good at the other stuff, but I'm very, very. It's hard to debate me because I talk about the shit I know, and if I don't, I just make guesses and say I don't know what I'm talking about. She will lose focus on the holiday. I completely agree. Did you see her protein food haul to gift her trainer? It was all processed garbage. Of course it was, because there was all links attached to it, because she's not actually trying to be healthy. Remember that, folks. She's not actually trying to be healthy. She's trying to give the guise of being healthy. Oh, yeah. Definitely what I told you so. I actually had people comment yesterday because I said COVID was fucking ridiculous, and it's a cold, and all the shit that is actually on the World Health Organization website. Because if you don't believe me, it's on the World Health Organization website that it was not a deadly world-killing virus. The published study by Dr. John Ioannidis, the most published public health scientist in the history of the fucking world, shows that it was not a world-killing virus. There's also another study by Ioannidis that shows that the jibby jab didn't really save that many people. And by the way, he's the actual expert, not Fauci, not any of these other bitches. Just because these bitches tell you not to listen to the most predominant public health scientist in the fucking history of the world, because he's right and they're wrong, that doesn't make them right. COVID was a cold that had a fucking absolutely great marketing team that was not a population level threat. The only people that really had concern for it were very elderly and infirmed and super morbidly obese people. And yes, other people do die of colds every single year. I knew a fucking healthy dude in his 40s who was very, very healthy, was dehydrated, got a cold, didn't take care of himself, got pneumonia, and passed away from an embolism. It happens. But COVID was a cold. People get really upset about that, and I'm very, very sorry that you get upset at the truth. But if you were afraid of COVID, you are either a sheep or you did not do your research. One of those two things. If you stayed afraid, I understand why you were afraid at first, because they were telling you, oh my God, it's going to kill everybody. And then it didn't. And a lot of people stayed afraid. And that just means you're fucking stupid. So anyway, it's interesting how she tries to come across as so active but has no muscle mass, right? Very good point, Lauren. Very. I know I'm right about it. I wrote a book about it. Literally. It was never about your health. The COVID pandemic by Alan Roberts. That's not really muscle mass. Anyway. Yeah, she's due for another state of the health thing. What's going to happen? I almost guarantee you she's going to injure herself doing one of these trainings. And then it's going to be a big deal. And then it'll be a big deal that people led her astray and it's not her fault. And again, remember the one time, like, it's not my fault. Like, literally, like, that was her. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right, so folks, I got about 10 minutes. I have, my allergies are crazy today, so I'm going to go blow my nose. And then I'll be back in about 10 minutes to talk to everybody about Olivia, the leftist. By the way, the next one's going to be a little political. So if you don't like my politics, I want you to understand I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it anyway. Well, I'll talk to all of you in a minute. God damn.